And we are back. So, last we left off, the White Scale Band has found themselves back in the material. Specifically, aboard the elusive Rose that is currently moored in Port Dorona. You've spent the past few months gathering some of your resources, preparing yourself for what might be to come. What that is, you're not exactly sure. Maybe you have fragments of what might be happening out in the world. You do definitely hear things. The most obvious one is the fact that there is, in fact, a moon beginning to form in the night sky. But once the ring around the world of Ember has begun to cluster and converge and become this celestial body. In addition, there's been talk of the suns acting strangely, overlapping themselves where previously they didn't. The Church of Acaris, the predominant faith of the dynasty, is doing its best to quell the many rumors that the three flames are becoming one. Who knows what might be in store for this world? What you do know is that currently the seas are tumultuous. There are whispers of ember falling in mass over much of the continent and beyond. You could see streaks in the night sky plummeting from the large orb that rests. Chaos is definitely forming. Something is hitting its crescendo. If you were going to pin it on any one individual, the closest thing that you hear the most whispers about are of a small town to the north of Port Dorona. One that you are somewhat familiar with, as there appears to be even more rumors and speculation coming out of Conwich, where a current warlord by the name of Thunderstrike is building a massive gate. It is nearly finished. With a war raging on the border of the dynasty. I say war, it's more of a survival, as currently spilling forth out of the frigid wastes hordes and hordes of mutated barbarians, ravaging the northern countryside. The Draconian kingdoms also assailed equally. The fragile truce between the two countries now somewhat breaking down, as it's unclear as to who has the upper hand on who and what's going to happen. As the political spectrum begins to spiral even further out of control, the dynasty is losing its ability to manage its own people. The loyal clans within the dynasty, Clan Whiteshroud being one of them, are instating martial law on all of their citizens and are enforcing their own brands of justice in the meantime, and possibly hushing any outbursts that may happen. But as all of this is going on around you, one of you in particular is summoned. He goes by the name Tristan Varel. as Trist, one of your evenings after your dalliance with Wu, you find yourself thrust into a familiar space as you are called to an empty room with a large desk, bookshelves around its edges, the kind of slumped form of Old Man Trist.
Well, it appears it's much worse than I thought. My apologies for not giving you any forewarning, but things are dire indeed. I assume the signs are taking place in yours as they are in mine.
Yeah, there's an extra moon. Suns are crossing, people coming down from the north, everyone's in an uproar.
It is no extra moon, young Trist. The stars are becoming right. What the gods shatter is resetting. We are going back to the time before, when they ruled all.
Yeah, probably not a good thing since they were overthrown. Uh, well, from your knowledge, I know before you spoke that we needed to either head north into the cold or we needed to head south into the desert.
I believe most of the ripples are coming from your specific universe, your reality.
Yes.
You've told me of this thunderstrike, yes?
Yeah, he's still holed up in Conwich.
He is building the gate. He will summon the key. Do you have the key? The woman.
Are you referring to Nyarla?
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but possibly. She is the one tainted.
Yeah, I mean, we have her for the moment. She's a real slippery fish.
We must have her contained at all costs.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll try. Things have changed since we last spoke. I think for the worse amongst my compatriots. But I do believe we'll probably be heading to Conwich to deal with this thunder strike.
You do not have the time. We must find the vessel.
Vessel. I think back to the diary.
It is in one of those places. It will be a gamble. I cannot see, I cannot scry into your realm. You will need to search yourself. I know that the influxes are affecting certain abilities, but you will need to choose a path and choose wisely. If we can obtain the vessel and the key, we may be able to reset what the gods have done. Bring it back to the way it need be.
Does the key know that they are the key?
I have. We are in uncharted territory, Trist. This is mostly speculation from my various studies, but if it is true what I have gathered and the books you have lent me, the key is a fragment of the gate itself. It may be acting independently, but ultimately it will become part of the whole at some point, should we allow it.
Right, so just make sure she doesn't get taken again. I don't want that to happen. All right. Yeah, I know we took a little detour and things have escalated, and we need to hurry up. So we'll be on our way.
All right. I have little time left myself, Trist. I can feel
Yeah.
my time coming to a close.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
This is important. It is the last I can give you.
I mean, you are an elf. You do live a very long time. I think you're just being dramatic.
I've already lived a long, long time.
What happens when you die then? I mean, someone have to take your place?
It's the same thing that will happen to you one day if you're lucky enough.
All right, well, what do you got for me?
I have managed to secure a single transport, a fragment of old magic that should take you as close as it can get in the direction you choose.
He hands you what looks like a very intricate and detailed spell scroll.
It is a gate that will get you as close as possible.
I will shake his hand. If I never see you again, thank you for everything you've done.
May the gods bless you, and may I see you in hell.
With a bit of a chuckle.
Yeah. And I poof away.
And you leave his presence, Trist.
All right. I show back up. Are we on the ship still, or are we landside?
Yes. I'm assuming
Okay.
most of you guys kind of hang out on the ship.
All right. Well, I'll show up to the party with my fancy spell scroll. All right. So old man Trist basically said this is it. We've got one shot at this. Nyala is essentially, for lack of a better term, the key. And this is going to take us where we decide to go. Let me emphasize that we have one shot at this. So we have to choose wisely.
So, is about a key again?
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
You did that in character, right? And it just hallucinate that.
Yes.
No.
I think your internet's messing up. You're glitching back and forth.
Oh god. Can you,
Yep.
can you hear?
Yep, this is happening.
So, is it still happening?
It is. It is. It made Matt so mad he got up and walked away. Look at his anger. Damn it, man. Damn it.
Zuna's
To a
preoccupied.
Connect. I don't even know what the hell.
Zun's stunned by the revelation of
Stunned.
Trist.
Uh-huh.
Stunned. Completely. Smile on his face.
Do you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh.
Kind of.
You can hear me? My face is just frozen.
Kind
Yes,
of. Goes back and forth.
it does.
God bless. Okay, is it good now?
Kind of.
Okay.
You're doing this weird thing.
Alright.
It's like a stop motion,
It's kind of stop motiony, yeah.
and then you speed up for a moment. So it's all good.
Fantastic. Oh no.
Yes.
Well,
It looks like it's doing better, I think. I think it's doing slightly
better.
It's
better.
getting,
Yeah.
it's getting better.
Yeah.
change the Wi-Fi, but okay. All right. So what about a key?
Well, I believe Nyala is the key. Uh, That's obviously why they want her. They need her to finish whatever it is they're doing at Conwich, that castle that we assaulted before, where we had Nyala.
So we can't bring her with us.
We just can't take her. We were taking her into the lion's den of sorts if we were to go there.
Could we put her somewhere safe and sequester her?
Honestly, I think her her only safe spot is probably on this ship.
Really don't
I
want
feel like
to.
it's hard to kidnap people in the middle of the ocean.
I think the guy that took your eyeballs, he's operating on a different level than that. I don't. No offense.
I mean, not if he doesn't know where she is.
Right. So.
But
So
she can just come with us. She
No.
can just come with us. We're powerful people.
Uh.
I mean, I can send
No.
people through time now. I can age them.
Then send her through time. Send her somewhere safe.
She would probably be unaffected by it. She is strange.
She is strange. Is she staging right here? She is strange. Oh yeah, she totally is. Fucking freak. But no. Great. Okay.
But he made the stipulate that we needed the vessel.
What's the vessel?
I assume we would find it when we go to one of the places that were located on the map.
Wasn't her child by chance
I don't.
that we buried, that suddenly it wasn't buried and we don't know what happened with it? There's no way that came back to bite us in the ass, is it? Like, there's no way. You don't remember that.
The bear.
Yeah. You
I
remember?
remember Mo killed him.
Yeah, and then we buried him, and then we came back later, and body was dug up and no sign. That's how I remember it. I remember us just being like, hope that doesn't turn out bad or poorly about 2 years ago. Okay, so what do we want to do first? Do we want to hide Nyarla or find the vessel?
Probably find the vessel.
Okay.
I assume from this.
Do we have a spell or anything that can do that?
I don't have anything to find the vessel, but he did give me this fancy spell scroll with all this filigree to take us where we wanted to go. We just have to decide where we want to go.
So I took a spell that opens possibilities into other spells.
Spellception.
Yes, perception. I love it.
Spellception. I could sequester Nyarla and basically hide her from all things. If that is a path we wanted to take, she will be immobile and not conscious, basically. Is that a path we want to take to try to ensure that Hazon does not just pop up on this ship and kill all of our loved ones? And not take her with us, because taking the key to the vessel to the gate sounds bad. Open to other thoughts.
Is it possible to do what you're describing, Zoom?
Think so. Sequester is a spell.
Mm-hmm.
7th level.
Mhm.
If
It
we're
is.
cool with it,
I have no
I
idea.
can
I've never
try
heard
it.
of. I've never heard of this spell.
I've never heard
So-
of this spell either.
by means of the
It's-
spell. Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think only bards can or wizards can usually take it.
I'm gonna use Wish to cast it.
Okay. They become invisible. They are they cannot be detected by any scrying or means like that. Enters into a state of suspended animation.
See if
You
I
can
even.
you can set a time limit for when the spell ends. Now, you will if you do look at it, it does say that it is going to cost you 5,000 gold pieces.
Does Wish not allow me to with no requirements?
The spell has
I
requirements.
wasn't quite sure how
though.
we're playing. Right, but
Well, yeah,
it's weird.
I think
Wish does. Yeah, that's. Let me look through it again.
If you can muster up 5,000 gold pieces, I got no problem.
Can alter a combination reality, basic spells, duplicate any other spell. You don't need to meet any requirements in that spell, including costly components.
Mm.
I mean it's Wish, bro. That's
Wish is 100% broken. That's why it's a 9th level spell.
especially if you use it on
Duplicating-
actually. Especially if you actually do it on the spell. Use it.
Okay.
on
Yeah, if
spells.
I'm doing it on a
Yeah.
spell,
It's
that
about the
stays on
safest
low
way to
location,
use it,
okay.
too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's the safest way to use it.
Mostly has some of the damage if I try to. So, like, I could stop the moon, and I'm like, no. No.
You could save us all. Too.
Oh, Anthony
Yeah, just
would monkey paw
wish
that
it.
so fast.
Oh, yeah, no. I am now the moon, and I'm coming to eat the
Nope.
planet.
Yep. That would go
Yay!
interestingly. I think we should play it that way.
You have to set a
Ooh,
condition
Mother is not a moon.
for the spell to end.
You do?
Yes, you do.
I know, and I'm agreeing with you. God. Set a condition
Mm-hmm.
for the spell to end.
200 years.
She'll be fine. She's already kind of dead. It suspends everything. Liquid can be hidden away, safe from detection for the duration. When you cast a spell and touch a target, it becomes invisible, can't be targeted by divination by perceived through scrying sensors, blah blah blah. If the target is a creature, it falls into a state of suspended. Time ceases to flow. You can set a condition for the spell to end early. Visible within 1 mile of the target. Examples include after 1,000 years or when the Tarrasque awakens.
Mm-hmm.
It also ends if the target takes any damage. Well, I'm down to crowdsource ideas on a good condition. I'm all for any good ideas. This is where my ideas end.
I would just bring her with us.
God, I don't think that's a good idea. Any
I don't
other
hate
idea?
it. I don't hate using the spell necessarily. It's just,
Mhm.
I mean,
you
it's
set
not
the
like
condition.
Then you have to stash her. She can't
I
leave
can't-
the 1
I
mile
can
radius.
set a condition. It doesn't say I must set a condition
That's true.
for the spell to end early. And she's honestly been a big pain in the ass, out of character.
Okay.
Is there a safe place we could put her where she will just indefinitely, she will not age, nothing will happen unless like something falls on her and hurts her. She will be forever in this state. Very Sleeping Beauty / Snow White.
I can't think of a place.
Hmm. Nobody's got
No.
anything.
It has to be within a mile of the ship.
It
It has to be a mile of where you
cast it.
cast it.
So we're trying to keep her safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to keep
Yep.
everything safe.
I mean, can we?
If they're going to be in suspended animation, we can put them in the bag of holding.
The only thing that must occur within a mile of the target is a condition set for the spell to end early. If we're not setting a condition for it to end early, then it's a touch thing. I would have to take her to the place, touch her, and then
Yeah.
Can
and
we
she would
get
have to be willing.
to Brunwood where the hot tub was
You could.
and put them there?
We
You could.
could
You
use
could.
It was protected by clerics.
Yeah, you could teleport there and leave her and the care.
I mean, yeah. I think it might be one of the better suggestions. Of just we just need to realize that, like, you know, if our enemy knows who we are, you know, even if they can't locate Yarla, they probably would look at places that we have allies, and Brumwood would be one of the main areas. But you know, would they be able to directly confirm, like, hey, you know, I can see with my mind's eye they're there? No, but they could just send someone to be like, where the fuck is she? You know.
Wait a minute. What about the place that we burned down that nobody's claimed and no one's touching? With all the
First Story Scrolls?
Specific.
Yeah, First Story Scrolls. It's fair. Which one? First Story Scrolls. They're not our friends. They don't like us. It's kind of obvious they don't like us. We start some shit. The only concern would be that she gets damaged by and that snaps her out.
Yeah.
Is there like a secret room under there? You seem to know a lot about it.
Not that I know of. No, I mean, we entered a secret room that had a teleportation circle, but if it's destroyed and rebel, he said there's an explosion, so I'm assuming we'd go over there and just like put her under the rubble. I hope no one.
I don't want to crash around.
You know.
We could also. What about the innkeeper who tragically died? I know, but what about his inn?
Oh, I don't know.
Basement?
Again, another place of familiarity for us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but great. She's in suspended animation, so like nothing can harm her.
No, it can't.
She can be harmed. She's invisible, but if something like say we put her on a tank, she took damage.
Could like drop her in the middle of the sea or something like that, and she'd be okay.
She would take damage. She would take damage, and it'd have to be somewhere safe, like a cave, basically, where nothing's coming in and nothing's going out.
I don't know a place like that. I would say maybe the bag of holding. The only thing I would say against that would be like, I don't know if it would work because it's in a different dimension. So you would have to cast it in there.
Yeah.
You'd have to survive in there in the oxygenless void.
You keep it open as constantly sucking air in. I don't think
that's the way it works. So,
no.
I don't know. I like the idea for sure. I just don't know of a place. I mean, honestly, if we're saying we're just gonna leave her someplace, Grunboard's probably the best place to do it, and then probably casting a spell. But we just need to be, prepared that they still might find her, But it's as good a place as any I can think of,
We might as well just do that.
It's a
the hell are you looking at,
with
Anthony?
Soldiers. Fortified city with soldiers,
Yeah, I mean, it's got soldiers, it's got clerics.
I mean, I'm sure
powerful shaman nearby.
Yes, the big bad could probably go in there and fuck it up, but that's probably the safest place we could provide for her. I could think of at least.
And then
Unless you try to hand her over to the sisters, but then they probably just harm her and try to kill her. So
that's
actually
true.
an idea. But they her that we're aware of. And if they were going to kill her, they would have already, or at least attempted.
I don't know if they know that we have her necessarily. I don't think I ever mentioned it
Mm-mm.
Oh,
to anyone. So I don't know if they know. So if they do know, it's not because of us openly telling them. Maybe because they fire us or something.
Could we do dimensional stuff and leave her with Old Trist?
Yeah, you could
leave her and Woo with Old Trist in the other dimension.
Easily.
I love it, especially if Old Trist had a relationship with Woo. You know,
Did
my beloved? Yeah.
You're like, my moment's returned. Have some chains ready.
The flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing.
Nope. We lost June yet again.
That's the best idea I have.
Best idea you got? So
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. So we're gonna plane shift, Trist.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I was looking at management, but it's only good for a minute, you know. So
yeah,
shift us to Old Man Trist's world.
I mean, if there's concern about Brunwood, then another dimension may or may not be safer.
I mean, I just think
I don't know.
We need to accept that no place we put her is going to be completely safe. You know.
Yeah.
But as long as we decide like it's safer to leave her somewhere and not take her with us, you know, then we might as well. You know.
You know.
Soon as returned, maybe.
The problem is you're relying on one person to defend them versus the whole city.
True. I mean, I'm okay with putting her anywhere. It's just we need to let those people know. Probably like, listen, this woman is very slightly after, and harm could come to you and the entire city you live in. You know, as long as they accept those terms, you know. And we accept that we are putting a target on them, possibly.
Possibly.
I mean,
we don't know for sure.
Plenty of people owe us favors.
It's true. It's true. We save the city, you know.
That's all I got.
Yeah. I'm up for either. I think either places are good suggestions. It would be a better spell for us if she couldn't be harmed. We could do more with that. You know. But since she gets harmed, it turns the stasis off. Yeah, that sucks. For us at least.
Hey, look at that.
No.
Oh, she's back.
Kind of.
Yeah. See.
Present.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Did we come up? Yes.
Oh no.
If your question was, what did we decide? We have two options. We decided either Old Man Trist in the alternate dimension, or Brunwood, but both understanding that if we do this, we are acknowledging that we're putting a target on their backs. As long as they accept that they have a target on their backs, and we think it's safer than bringing her with us, then we probably should leave her at one of those places. Blink twice. You heard what we said.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't blink.
Oh. Well. So, decision time.
Okay. You take a vote. I vote. Brunwood.
Feel like that's more easily accessible.
Well, I feel like they have a. If Old Vantress wasn't like dying, I'd feel a little bit better. I do like that he's in a different dimension.
bro.
But
It's not. I mean, it's it is what it is. It's not his fault. No, it's not. We know Old Mantress would give it his all. We just don't. We don't feel like we can ask that of him.
I am in favor of Brunwood. I thought that was a better idea.
I think that also didn't Kezan say that he knew about Old Vantress?
And Moog would want Brunwood to bear this honor, protecting this.
Of course, Moog.
What are the odds we're being listened to right now?
Possible, unless someone
Scratch that.
Scratch that. We don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, man. There's so much meta in that question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Junior. Just added, more paranoia. Now we can't make any decision.
I say it's probably
Paranoia.
Brunwood. And
Brunwood seems to be a constant sus.
Or
yeah,
we take the
because
we risk it. We try to.
There's the Enclave there too, right? The sisters.
Like Tristan said, we are powerful characters. Powerful individuals. So
don't think we should take.
We got that BDE now.
Oh God. So, from the sounds of it, we're going to Brunwood.
I think we're going to go to Brunwood.
Tristan Varel, you begin to form the circle of transportation. You can easily do this in Captain Marvel's quarters.
I can do it without us blowing his scroll.
I think Zune has to do it.
Well, no, this is just for the just to transport to Brunwood.
Yeah.
So Zune, you can do it.
Let me mark that off.
Okay. Using the arcane shifting through space and time, specifically the teleport. I need Zune to roll me a D100. $34. Pretty good.
That sounds like a good number.
Okay. Zune, you begin to form the circle, and you bring Nyarla with you. You call her, and she's like, "Are we going somewhere?"
And Woo
as well.
Can't think we're on a ship.
Of course. You gather everyone. Tell them to come into the circle. And there appears to be a crack in your transportation circle.
Yeah.
It's not quite where it should be. As you're moving, you feel the gaze of a eldritch entity following you all as you shift through the plane into its dimension. As Yogg-Sothoth tries to grasp you with its many eyes and mouths and tendrils, unable to catch you, but throws off your circle just enough to dump you outside of Brunwood. However, to expedite this process, you have a bit of a mishap, but all it does is cost you time. You didn't roll low enough for it to be a full-on escape from the creatures of Yogg-Sothoth, but you didn't quite hit your target. So it's going to cost you guys another day to get to your desired location, as time kind of messes a little bit. And you end up in the... What's it called? There was an actual name for this place. It is called... I didn't expect to be going to Brunwood. The... Cleansing Spring. The Temple of Boel that you had visited before. You make it there, though a day later, and you are greeted by Attendant Degru, the small little female goblin that you'd had dealings with before. She does, of course, want to take in Nyarla and her protection. You guys explained to her the current situation. Nyarla is hesitant to be put under which is kind of like a curse, but with Zune's persuasion, ultimately gives in, and she will willingly accept your sentence, Zune. A space is set aside for Nyarla in the temple itself for you to perform this task. And she's essentially Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. By the end of this.
Beautiful. All right.
She is invisible, though. Invisible Sleeping Beauty.
How long do we have to sit in the spring to recover spell slots?
You have to take a dip, which is going to be a minimum of 4 hours.
Do we have time for that?
You tell me.
I'm gonna ask Triss, since he seems to know a little bit more about the stars right now.
I would press on.
Okay, then we will press on.
So, now's your next big decision.
Yes.
There were 2 places that were marked out that you've come across somewhat important locations several times over your journeys. You've narrowed it down to 2 possible locations. One of them in the Frozen Wastes, the other in the Whispering Dunes. Which direction are we going to travel?
Well, Rogard, do you want to go home?
We don't know any kind of specifics on besides there's barbarians from the north attacking. We know that.
Yes.
So we don't know really what's going on in the south.
The southern, the Whispering Dunes have been eerily quiet. There's been no news for quite some time. There appears to be some kind of extreme push coming from the north.
Yeah. I guess I would prefer to head north.
All right.
But I'm...
I've always wanted to visit the north myself, huh?
I suggest we buy some supplies.
I'm gonna need a bigger coat.
Yes. You all will need bigger coats.
Of course, there's no place better to buy supplies in Brunwood than the Rodfathers.
The Rodfathers?
Was this one the Rodfathers?
The general store, run by Beevil, the goblin. And his
Codfather.
his furball. This is the Rodfathers.
Godfathers. The Shodfathers as well, I believe.
Shotfathers as well. The Furbolg, Ravendew, if you remember him, Advular. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm glad you could come back. Oh, what can I do for you? You're doing some shopping. What are you guys looking for?
We're mainly looking for camping supplies.
Okay.
Hardy tents, thick tents.
I don't know about tents. Nothing that thick, at least. We don't get a lot of inclement weather around here.
Do you have any animal skins?
Skins.
Furs.
Furs. Kind of spaces out for about 10 minutes. Furs, yeah. He goes into the back. He comes back with some rather thick boar skins.
Will do finally.
We just got these in. Came running out of the forest. Whole gaggle of them is what they've been told. It's crazy. Yeah.
We'll take a lot of them.
All right.
Yeah. We do have Trist's magnificent mansion, thankfully. But
You can also cast a temple, apparently.
oh, can you?
There's that.
Oh.
Yeah, like an incredibly defensible hearing. It's pretty great, actually.
That's cool. Well,
Yeah.
That's good to know. It will be cool. We will need rations, climbing equipment.
You're asking for a lot of stuff that we just don't have.
You don't have any climbing equipment.
Well, we got stuff for climbing trees. Most of the folks around here just use their hands.
It's true. They are all lanky people.
They're bugbears. They're good at climbing.
They are good at climbing.
So,
Fucking Wookiees, you know.
they're a bunch of Sasquatches.
Yeah. Fun for the vine. Damn it.
Got some rope.
I have rope.
Oh.
Do we need climbing equipment when we have two people that can scale
That's true. We have
walls
two
now?
vampires, and that can just go.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm.
Fly.
Yeah, and our cleric can also fly.
That's true. I forgot he can't fly. I need climbing equipment, damn it. And so does Trist. You know.
You need some dragon wings.
Your athletic is astounding. You'll be fine.
Oh boy. All right.
Give him a cloak of the
If I
bag.
don't have anything like, at least some like dried meats, perhaps. Something just in case. Rogo's out there to hunt for people.
Got some dried food? Oh, yeah. Got some pickled fish as well?
Something tasty.
Yeah.
The herring is actually pretty damn good. So, sounds, yeah.
I'd also throw in some rice, yeah?
Sounds good.
All right. I'll see what I can do for you. Boss is out right now, so it's just me in the shop. You just kind of pile some shit up there.
Mm-hmm.
Man. You guys want to try some of this? He has what looks like a container with a smiley face on it.
Is he offering the whole container or just a hit?
You just kind of get your scoop on your fingers and kind of dab it around your like throat and your ears, and the smiling juice does the rest.
Could I get a container from you? I don't have the time to partake right now, but maybe celebratory, or if things end horribly, just a little way out.
Are you part of the guard?
That depends on which answer will give me this.
He just stares at you, not knowing how to
Cool,
process
dude.
that response.
Be cool.
Oh, okay. All right. He just kind of shifts it over to you, Zoom.
Oh god.
Thanks. Pocket that.
Yeah. So, where are you guys going? Need all this stuff.
We're thinking about the desert.
Are you a cop?
You wearing white.
The place we are going is called the Nunya. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, I'm just trying to be friendly, man.
Yeah, no, we are friendly, huh?
We're gonna go to
Eyes
the
and ears
desert.
everywhere.
We're going to the desert. We haven't really
you-
been to the desert before, so we're a little ignorant on what to take. But
what are
that
you
is the
climbing
plan.
in the sand?
You never know. I mean, have you
Well-
been to the desert?
I haven't.
I haven't
See,
either,
exactly,
so I gotta
neither
be
have we, huh?
prepared.
The
Oh,
dunes.
What if we get to the
Wow.
desert and it's actually the snow?
well,
You
you'll
don't
probably.
know what's happening.
I'm
What do you
gonna
need? What do you
stomp
need
on
these
Rosier's-
skins for?
The sun is hot and blistering, and I am very fair complected, sir.
Oh,
You do not want to know a Zune with sunburn. You do
how
not
come
want to
you
know
didn't
this.
ask for any sunscreen?
Why would I ask for
That's why we
sunscreen
have
when
the
I have
skins.
boars? I have boars protecting me from the sun. Why do I need sunscreen?
I'm starting to think this is a little suspect of a purchase.
I reckon, no,
Really?
listen here, my friend. Now,
Do I have to
we
roll
are
a
the
deception for
adventurers,
this?
huh? You are
I
the
will roll a
survivors,
survivors, huh?
deception.
Probably I was just gonna put some money down. Do we have
Put some
a
money
deal?
down. It doesn't even matter how much it is. He goes, hey, here you go. And he just kind of slides it over to you.
All right, 30 deception check. He believes me, damn it.
Sure he does, dude.
This guy's
Sorry.
way, this
You know
guy's
what he
way too
believes.
elevated to be giving us this much trouble.
Yeah.
Man,
You guys want some potions while you're here?
some
I don't know what kind of
Kayla.
potions you're selling there, bro.
Oh, I got the good shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Here you go. I got
your
the
superior
giggles.
healers, man. Got your greater healers.
Your healing
man.
potions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of
I got
them. We'll
them.
take
Here you
Potions
go,
of
man.
ogre strength,
I-
man.
I got you, lizard man. Here you go. He puts a crate onto the countertop. Man, look at, we got giggles. We got the frosties, the blue
want you to-
bubbles.
I don't want blue bubbles. I don't want gigglies.
I don't know, bro. Right, might want some, those blue bubbles are actually pretty good. You might want that.
One blue bubble. You gonna...
Oh,
Got
okay.
All right,
Yeah,
then.
all
We're
right.
having the mango mercy, huh?
I don't know about no mercy. We've got a Draco's mercy. Have you ever heard of that?
That's very sweet.
I don't know. That does not sound as enjoyable.
You know,
All
kill
right,
me.
well, here you go. Just, yeah. Well, he just kind of slides the crate over you. He doesn't take anything out of it.
Okay. I'm an alchemist, so I believe I can determine what's a healing potion.
Sure you can.
I'm going to take the potions. I'm going to slide over an opal.
All right.
Opal?
Is this a tip?
There you go, my friend. Go pay.
Oh, we best friends?
You can tell everyone you know who we are.
Best friends.
The lizard man, my best friend.
Yeah.
No one's gonna believe me.
And you just keep calling him the lizard man. Everyone
I
will
keep
know
telling
who you are,
I
Bobby.
keep telling them you guys live in that well out back. No one believes me.
We don't live anywhere.
Man, this is great. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. You guys just get whatever you want and leave. He just kind of shuffles to the back slowly.
What else is in the shop?
Yeah, I was about to say. So now we can raid the place.
There's a bunch of shit in
That's
this
not
shop.
what to do.
This is a general store. It's got like general supplies, all kinds of stuff.
Nothing good.
And
buying
just like a Dollar General, it's staffed by one person.
Dollar
who's
General,
too
there's a
tired to
single
be
person
there.
there. He's too tired to be there. He's nowhere to be seen. And this is before self-checkout. So it's just, we're on the honor system.
Well, I mean, we're saving the world. That's pretty honorable.
Exactly.
Say, anything that looks like a healing thing. Well, I guess Rogar's got that.
Rogar's got all that stuff.
Is there anything
We're an
else?
alchemist now.
Mostly just general supplies here. I will say this is more, it's mostly set up for fishing and hunting.
We shall
That's the
be
majority
well
of their
appointed.
business, as well as like logging, like lots of saws and things like that.
Little ducks carved out of wood, just everywhere.
Of course there are, of course there's going to be knickknacks. There are a strange assortment of those same carvings that have strange little metallic like things pressed into them. They look like they have been converted into pipes of some kind.
One of those. I might need it later.
All right.
Yay.
Which animal would you like to procure?
What animals do they have? What's the selection like?
There is a otter. There is a rather large and prehistoric looking fish. A stag. And a unicorn. And the pipe is coming out of the horn itself.
I'm taking the unicorn.
Why'd
Why'd you not start with the unicorn?
I'm sorry. I should have.
Yeah.
I should have.
It's great.
Strangely enough, you have to you have to light it around its ass, and then you puff out of the horn. So
Nothing I haven't done before. It's good. This is
All right.
great.
yeah, Zune has a unicorn pipe, and I guess we're done with the with the Rodfathers at that point.
Or an ass
I mean,
pipe.
So if we did forget anything, we can just say we grabbed it. If it comes
Okay.
up in the next leg of the adventure.
Okay.
And Trist, I'm assuming you are using your scroll.
Yes.
I would make sure everyone's properly clothed before we actually go through the gate.
What are you getting to clothe yourself with?
I'll be fine just being me, But
Yes.
I assume I would put the skins or try to fashion them in some sense to be at least cloaks or something that they can wear.
You're looking to do some serious tailoring, Rogar.
I just throw it over them,
Okay.
I'm
Throw some
not trying to do
skins over
serious
them.
Tailoring.
All
They're
right.
gonna be fucking cold, I'm trying to help.
This can be cool. All right, Trist, are we doing it?
We're doing it.
Hey, Rogar, before we go through this portal, I'm not nice enough to you, but I just want you to know the other night I kind of snapped at you, but I really do appreciate you. And I'm very honored to be going on this adventure with you, where we're all going to die.
What a
But
beautiful moment.
just saying that right now.
I like this new Zune. He's more polite.
Shut the fuck up, Triss. I'm just gonna Rogar this back.
Oh, fucking.
Zune, you are never a disappointment for me.
As Trist unravels the scroll, you begin to incant the words. Are you inside the Rodfathers when you perform this?
I'm assuming we go back to the.
Yeah.
temple, right?
So I mean,
No. Let's not go to the temple. Let's go somewhere else. We don't want to call any attention to the temple.
Go to the mysterious forest and the shroud of
Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds
magical
smart.
mists.
Sure.
Yeah.
Near the place that's
Dangerous.
partially in the Shadowfell?
Yeah.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Oh, what could go wrong?
I
Just
don't
right
know
outside
what could
the
go
gates.
wrong.
Just right outside the gates.
Travel
Don't
to the
shoot where
Shrieking
you
Forest.
Not completely to it, though. We don't shit where we eat, guys.
Of course you are. You go into. Do you go into the forest?
I mean, either we go to the forest or we're gonna take a long trip somewhere else. You know.
I say we stay just outside the forest. We really don't want to. That's my vote. We can take it up for a vote. Let's be diplomatic about it. I vote.
Velree says, "Fuck this. We're going in."
Okay. Then I guess I will go with Lady Velree.
She says, I count for 4 because of her handmaid.
She makes a good point.
They are traveling with you, by the way.
They're bound to it.
They don't have a choice. They're coming.
They don't have a choice, exactly. But yeah, we can either do it outside the city or in the forest. I don't care. Just wherever Triss wants to cast it.
I'd say outside the city. I'm going to that stinking forest.
All right, outside the city it is.
You make your way outside of the city, taking a leisurely stroll around the bank. Trish, you find a spot that you think is suitable, enough space. Unroll the parchment. It is a highly detailed circle you need to complete. With Old Man Triss notes, you can do it. It takes time, though. It takes you about an hour to really get this kind of sketched out, specifically because you don't have eyeballs. And you are relying on Zune casting darkness on you so that you can see to then
I don't think I have
sketch out.
darkness anymore.
Well, in that case, Trist ain't fucking doing it. Someone else is drawing the circle because he's blind.
I have
And he
darkness if I can
refuses-
do it myself.
Trist will cast darkness on himself, and then he will.
Rogar holds up the magical robe.
He's like, it's right here.
Right here.
Nope. He says no. He says he refuses. He'd rather live as a blind man. As he unrolls the parchment and begins to sketch out. It takes about an hour, just because there's so many details to this circle. It's unclear how it's going to completely function, Trist. But as you are about to make the last mark, you realize that if you make this mark, that there will be no turning back.
This is the part of the video game where you make the save and then it tells you.
And then you put your fingers into the sand and complete the circle. As you do, it thrums with arcane energy. The spatial rift that opens up is less of a like transporting wormhole and more of like a chasm that rips open in reality. And as it shifts and opens, it forcibly draws all of you into it. There is no like slow stepping through the circle. It just shoves you through. As all of you are sucked one after the other inside, you are emptied into a cold, dark place. Or at least that's what it is for Trist. For the rest of you,
That's right.
it's not so dark because you're not blind. It's cold, but it's a large room, very large, a hall of some kind. And you are immediately surrounded by what appear to be heavily what's the word? Exhausted looking dynasty soldiers. They immediately swarm all of you with brandishing spears. They have they have a different kind of symbol on their chest that one of you may have seen, the rest of you don't, denoting whatever clan they hail from. They appear to be wearing lots of cold weather kind of like gear. laced into their armor. There is a man, hobgoblin, that is walking out of what appears to be a kind of like a balcony of sorts. You can hear the screams of men dying, explosions, magic. The building itself rocks from time to time. The hobgoblin approaches. The rest of the soldiers begin to part. You see before you a tall, well-muscled man, a large sword slung across his hip. He has a blue nose. He looks at Rogar. It has been a long time, friend. What an auspicious meeting place. As you recognize Captain Barlock Redclaw. The captain you saved from a dungeon almost 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where
That's true. I
tonight's...
do. Fuck.
That's
I had to think for a second, but I do remember him.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode of Whispers from the Stars.
Oh, it's the blue-nosed guy.
Haven't seen him forever.
Deep cut.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Nice, yeah.
Well, it's finally come around. He's been here for 4 years. I didn't know
4
if you'd
years.
ever make it.
waiting.
But we did. Who
We
knows
did
where
it.
you're at, but we'll find out soon. I do have a map to send you guys next session, too.
Cool.
A map of the Frigid Wastes.
Aha.
All right. Let's do favorite moments of the night.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Rogar.
Ooh. I think my favorite moment was probably, the resurrection of Wu. I wasn't expecting that. This session. Who knew it was gonna happen? Not me.
Who knew? No
It
one knew.
was shocking.
Shocker.
And I do like the fact that I'm a big fan of the R.A. Salvatore Drizzt books, and there's a character who has a similar fate. He ends up getting killed by a demon of Loth, and he ends up in the abyss, and one of his enemies that he's made along the way tortures him for a very long time, and he, at least in his mind, and he does not know. For a long time, he questions reality when he is brought back to life, because he was often tricked into thinking that he was brought back and saved. A succubus would take the form of his former lover.
You don't say.
And then, I know. It was fantastic. It was so dark and depressing. I loved it. It was great.
Yes.
But yeah.
What about?
It reminded me of that.
Probably for good reason. Resire, favorite moments of the night.
Yeah. So it's like that episode of Star Trek where Chief O'Brien was in prison for 20 years, but it was only like 5 minutes for real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Chief O'Brien must suffer. I thought focus on the interaction between Zune and Trist. How there's just Zune's just like, I'm gonna do this. Maybe I don't really like you, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, and the motivating factor wasn't even that it was his own sister. It's almost like a hate resurrection.
I need some leverage. I need some leverage over him.
Exactly. And then all the fun trying to figure out how it is, how exactly Trist is blind.
I know.
All the things he had fun to do with that. And we're on our way to Mount Amu.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe. We'll see. Or the desert.
see.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Certainly
either
not.
one.
Certainly not the Codfathers. They don't know.
Nope, not Godfathers. That's in the past. Let's slide on over to Zune.
Yay! My favorite part was realizing that I could get true resurrection.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh. But no, I'm really happy that we could kind of settle that score because Trista's done a lot of shit for Zune. Because Zune makes a lot of really bad choices. And Trista's really stuck his neck out there for unknown reasons. So at this point, it was kind of like, this will kind of help even the scales. But my favorite part was Alan rolling a nat 20 on convincing her that things were real, and I was like, okay, my heart, it's okay now. So like, fuck no, we bring back an insane person, and she's angry and trying to kill us. This is great. You're welcome, Tris. But no, that I was so happy with how that turned out. So yay.
Hey, I'm so glad she's back in the campaign. It's good stuff. No, let's move on over to Trist. Farewell tonight, Trist.
Yeah, Zune's selfishness on using one of Zune's endeavors to help someone else out.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it?
I know.
It was out of character.
It's a different Zune.
Different Zune, whole new Zune.
Vampire Zune is a different Zune.
Vampire Zune. Yeah, we haven't gone over that.
Settling a score, it's different.
Oh,
settling a score.
FYI, look real quick, Andrea. I need you to remove your lover's loot and then put it back in. Because I updated it.
Like remove it from my inventory.
So just remove from your inventory and then put it back in, and it should give you the updated version.
Okay, manage inventory.
Because I forgot to do this earlier. We'll do it now.
Yay! Something weird's about to happen. Do equipment. Okay.
Has an additional ability.
I see. Okay. Oh God. That's pretty fucking cool. I'll take that.
It's your choice if you want to reveal it or not. That's up to you.
Well, we can let.
Now reveal it in the game.
Yeah.
Reveal it in game. Okay.
And then I'll just look at the character sheet.
Well, if I had a favorite moment, it was the I think it was probably 30 minutes of going back and forth. We can't put Nyarla there. We're gonna put her there. Where are we gonna put her? Just the indecisiveness was gratifying. I loved it. So, but we ultimately made a decision. We Sleeping Beauty'd her, left her in a temple. It's gonna be good. All good things. All good things. But I'm very excited that we're moving into the last leg of the adventure here. We're closing in on the end of the campaign. It's been a long run, and we still got quite a ways to go. Don't get me wrong. So there's a lot ahead of us, and some threads to be woven, and hopefully we'll find the vessel, whatever that is. So unfortunately, that's going to be it though for tonight. Do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Make sure to look for Dan Decker and all of his things. I'll have links in the description to his social media stuff, and Andrea is going to send me the links for her store. Wink, wink. Yes, yes. Started up kind of like a t-shirt brand, and you can purchase some of her more nerd-themed memorabilia And yeah, I'll have that link down in the description as well. And yeah, that's going to be it. So make sure to leave a comment if you like the episode. We'd love to read them. And we are looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good day.